Welcome to Wawasan Wire today. We're talking about Akmal's charges. It truly makes you think about how far freedom of expression really goes when it comes to influencing public sentiment here in our country. We often see, really heated discussions online, but it's not often they actually lead to the courtroom. It's quite a moment, isn't it? When even those right at the forefront of political movements find themselves, well, standing before a magistrate, potentially facing real consequences for words shared so widely. What do you make of this? Have you ever thought about the real impact of what gets said online, especially in our political space? Okay, let's dig into the specifics here. Dato's Akmal Saleh, who is the United Malays National Organization youth chief, he's confirmed it himself. He is facing charges. Yeah, this isn't just speculation. He actually received the formal notice while he was on pilgrimage in Mecca. That detail certainly adds a layer to the timing of it all. He's being charged specifically under Section 505B of the Penal Code.
Right. And for anyone not familiar, Section 505B, it's quite specific.
It deals with making statements with the intent, mind you, to cause public alarm or to disturb public peace.
Intent is crucial there.
It's a significant charge, absolutely, especially for a public figure like him whose words obviously carry a lot of weight and have wide reach. Akmal actually released a video from Mecca addressing this. He stated very clearly he'd cut his pilgrimage short. He's coming back to Malaysia specifically for his court appearance.
That's a big step, cutting short the pilgrimage.
It is, and what's really striking is his response. He's been very defiant about it, emphasized he won't back down from his stance. He's framing these charges as a necessary step in what he calls defending national sovereignty and dignity.
So positioning it is a matter of principle.
Exactly. He even asked fellow Malaysians to pray for him, sort of portraying this legal challenge as, well, the price he has to pay for his convictions. His court appearance is set for Friday, August 22, 2025. That's at the Magistrates Court in Bukit Mertajam, Penang, 8 a.m. sharp. So it looks like a very public, very deliberate confrontation with the legal system is shaping up.
Yeah, and it seems he's embracing that as part of his, let's say, political narrative. But what's really interesting here is that Datos Akmal Saleh isn't alone in this.
Oh.
No. The Attorney General's chambers announced charges against 3 other individuals as well.
3 others. Okay.
Yes, which suggests this might be, a broader look at certain kinds of public statements, maybe not just an isolated incident focusing on one politician.
Right. That makes sense. Who are the others?
The others named are Hilman Adam. He's the Malaysian United Indigenous Party youth chief.
Yeah.
Then there's Chandrasegaran Subramaniam and also Siti Hajar Afla Sharudin.
Okay. Quite a list.
And if we look at the common thread, all 4 are facing charges tied directly to statements they made on social media platforms.
Ah, the social media angle. Always present these days.
Very much so. Akmal's specifically relates to his Facebook posts. Hilman Adams were statements on TikTok. Chandrasegaran's was also TikTok content. And Siti Hajar Sharudin, her remarks on TikTok are under scrutiny too.
So Facebook and TikTok mainly, it really does highlight how central these platforms are for political talk in Malaysia now.
Absolutely. And from the authorities' viewpoint, perhaps a potential source of public disturbance that needs managing. Now, it's important to note the different legal sections being used. Hilman Edam and Siti Hajar Aflash Sharudin, like Akmal, they're facing charges under Section 505B of the Penal Code. That's the one about causing public alarm or disturbing peace.
Okay, same as Akmal.
Correct. But Chandrasegaran Subramaniam, his charge is different. It falls under Section 2331 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998.
Section 233, what does that cover?
That section deals with the improper use of network facilities or services. So it's less about the content causing alarm, perhaps, and more about how the platform itself was used. Maybe offensive content, harassment, that sort of thing online.
Interesting distinction. So it's not just what was said, but potentially how the digital platform was used in that case.
Exactly. It raises questions, doesn't it? Is the offense purely the message, or is it seen as misusing the digital megaphone itself? The general reason given by the Attorney General's chambers for all these charges is that the statements were seen to have disturbed public order, or they involved improper use of network facilities and services. It's a pretty clear signal about boundaries, wouldn't you say?
Seems like it.
And for those charged under Section 505B, the Penal Code one, the potential consequences are quite serious. If they're convicted, they could face up to 2 years in prison or a fine, or potentially both.
2 years. Wow. That definitely underscores the seriousness of how online commentary is being treated now. So, okay, putting this all together, What does this whole situation really mean for how political leaders, public figures communicate here in Malaysia, especially with social media being so instant, so pervasive?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, statements spread like wildfire, reach huge audiences almost instantly. They can sway public feeling so quickly. It feels like the lines between acceptable debate and what crosses into, well, legal trouble are constantly being tested, maybe even redrawn. It makes you wonder, what are the intentions behind these kinds of um, very bold public statements from politicians? Are they weighing the legal risks against wanting to energize their base or push a certain view?
Those are definitely the critical points we consider. We know the Attorney General's chambers didn't make these decisions lightly. They stated it was after reviewing investigation reports from the Royal Malaysia Police.
So a formal process was followed.
Right. It suggests it's driven by legal assessment, not just a reaction. And taking action against multiple figures like this sends a very clear message about accountability, particularly for public figures making comments seen as inciting panic or disrupting peace.
The legal system stepping in when discourse crosses a line.
Precisely. And notice the emphasis seems to be on the impact of the statements. It's not just the words themselves in a vacuum, but their potential to cause unrest in the wider community. That's what the law appears to be focusing on.
That really highlights that tightrope walk, doesn't it, between freedom of speech and the responsibility, especially for influential people, to maintain public order.
It's an incredibly fine line, and these cases show perfectly how actions that one person might see as, defending national sovereignty.
Like Akmal framed it.
Exactly. How those actions can be interpreted quite differently by the law as potentially causing public unrest. The fact that we're seeing this move from, say, heated online arguments to actual formal legal proceedings, that really underlines the importance placed on the rule of law for handling these politically charged issues.
Rather than letting them just escalate online.
Right. It suggests a preference for resolving these things within the court system structure, instead of letting them boil over unchecked in the public, often anonymous, sphere of social media. It provides a mechanism, a legal path, for addressing what might otherwise just be online shouting matches.
And it puts the pressure back on politicians, presumably, to think not just about the immediate political gain of a statement, but its potential legal fallout, too.
That seems to be the implication, yes.
So it seems pretty clear then, in Malaysia, even very prominent political voices are being held accountable for what they say, especially when those words get amplified online and are seen to affect public peace.
It certainly appears that way. And this whole development raises a really significant question for all of us, I think. What does this pattern of charges mean for the future of political engagement and expression here in Malaysia?
How so?
Well, will it lead to, say, a more cautious, more measured kind of political discourse? Will leaders start weighing every word for its legal implications much more carefully? Or will it just shift the battleground? Will political figures find new, maybe more subtle ways to communicate and push their agendas? It's something to watch.
A very important question indeed, something for everyone to think about. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this.